All right, just want to share a couple things. Um, don't forget about this page right here. If you go to the Pick 3-4 site, go to general support, go down to right here, SUG top 40. You can look at all the top, what people are using right now. And it's pretty cool. So that's a useful page to have open. And yeah, so I'm going to share a little bit what I've been doing and show you right now. So here's a little template that I got for the pick 4. Um, excuse me. So what I'm doing is I'm going to start with the BPY. Now, like I've said, the BPY doesn't hit as much as I would like it to. It hits a lot, as you can see here. Every single time there's a flame, that means that the blue, pink, and yellow was used together, right? That starts you off with 300 box numbers as opposed to starting with 715, right? And you can see it hits often, but there's still some gaps I don't like. The pick 5, it's like hard to even find gaps. It hits so often. So I'd like to figure out a way to make it so it hits more, but I'm not sure how to do that. Even it's possible, but I'm still starting with it though. All right. I'm still gonna start with the BPY. Okay. So that's kind of like my template. If I'm gonna play pick 4, I'm gonna start with that. I'll find if I do play online, it's gonna be I'm gonna find a state where the BPY is, out for a few and it's gonna come back. Because it starts you off at 300, right? But what I like to do is start with the BPY, and then also I just put in I put in the top 9, um, even or high, low, even, odd, merged boxed patterns. These are the top 9. I'm going to show you, for example, here. So if you go to Wisconsin here, Texas is a better one to use because it has more draws. I'll show you right here. So we're going to do descending 8 years. Okay. And then you're going to do the top 9. And you'll notice that anything below the top 9, okay, sorry, I think I missed one there. Anything below the top 9 will have all low or all high or all odd or all even, right? It won't be a full mixed bag, right? Like these are the mixed ones. And these obviously hit the most. Nothing new there. But at the same time, if you look at these at the 8-year mark, you'll notice that it's kind of nice because look at the drop off here, 504 compared to 224. So there's a pretty good size drop off there. And you'll notice that in those top 9, that a lot of times there is, it's pulled. Like right here. See, this was pulled right here. So this one here was the last one used in Texas. And you can look at the ones that are the most due in those top 9, right? If you wanted to do that. But I'm thinking just in a general, you're good. I'm playing these top 9 as opposed to these other ones. Because I mean, look, I'll just randomly grab some. I have not looked at these. So see there, the 0. That means it was just used. Let's just grab a couple more. And I'm doing these combining the states. There you go. The top one was used. Iowa. Right here, this one was just used. Here, the bottom one there. Let's do Missouri. And here you go. Missouri was not used. So I would definitely get ready for Missouri to be getting a hit out of that top 9. Okay. And see what that does now is that brings you back. Let's go back to the slasher here. You'll see I start with the BPY and then I start with the top 9. Okay. And then I have this open because what I can do with this is that if I feel like it's going to be just 2 of these or whatever, I'll just put it in here and it'll just shorten it up for me. But for now, this is what I start with. And then I say yes to a 0, 1, 2, or 3. I say that has to be used because, as you know, the 0, 1, 2, and 3 is used all the time. I mean, all the time. Right? Like you got 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 3, 1, 2, 1, right? So I'm saying that is a must. And then I'm saying, No, that's it. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm starting with. Now I was going to start with the also. I was going to also start with a color, because if you look at this and the SBP, right? These ones, you'll see that a red, purple, 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 right? Red, purple hits a lot together, or you could do purple, green. Let's see, purple, green, purple, green. Wait, I'm sorry, it was not. So I was going to do that, but I didn't want to do that to start with, because every draw is different, and I want to look at the draw and say, okay, this is what I think it's going to be. So right now I'm just leaving it open, and I'm not going to pick a color for the SBP. So I left these open down here so that I'm able to do that if I want to. So this is a good place to start. So here, I'll hit start on here and see. We're at 245 box numbers, and it's a good start. So now every single time that the BPY has hit and a 0, 1, 2, or 3, look at it. Let's just go look at it on here. I'll just grab a couple of random ones here. So 2, 5, 7, 8, and 1589. 1589. And 2, 5, 7, 8. 2, 5, 7, 8. So that's just random. So the BPY, is 300. But by doing this other thing here, I got way too many windows open already here. Okay. So that starts you at 245, though. It's a good start. And see, now, if you think a red or a purple is going to hit, okay, that's not where I'm going to start, though. So this is the good place where I'm going to be playing. This is how I'm going to play pick 4. I'm starting with this. All right. This is what I'm playing out of. And starting off at 245. See, now, if you don't do the BPY, okay, that's going to start you off with a lot more, 429 as opposed to 715. It's still lower, but you could do blue. If you think just a blue is going to hit, or whatever, or blue and a yellow, if you wanted to, you could do the blue yellow combo like that. It'd be a little bit more numbers, but I'm not going to do that. I'm starting with this right here, and see, I leave these open. So now 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Yeah, okay. But if you have a state and you're looking at your state and you're saying, this is just your template, but now you're like, I think there's going to be a 6 or a 9, right? So now you can come in here, put in 6 and 9, so a 6 or a 9. Now you're down to 151, right? And let's say you think it's going to be, one of these 3 patterns. After you do your homework there, you can go and drop those in here. Now you're down to 57, and then let's say you think that there's going to be a red, purple combination. It's a lot. Now you're down to 19. You see that? And, this is after you do your homework, to get it down. But I'm going to show you here. Just start over on these. So let's start with this 245. All right. I'm going to show you how I got it down. I got it down to 4 the other day. I put 50 cents on it like an idiot. This here is pretty cool. You can look at it, and you can. I've been writing it down. Like, okay, like out of the doing combined here. I start with ESP. I'm sorry, I should go back to this. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start with. Okay, and then I'm going to start with keys. So I'm going to look at the general, and I'm going to say what's due right now for keys. Okay, so look at Wisconsin. In a general, 1 and 6 are both out. Now, the reason why I like that is, like I said before, they're part of the same V-track. So I think there's a high chance for a 1 or a 6 to be used. It has went out longer, but the majority of the times it's right around that 1 to 3 or 4 times. So I'm thinking that 1 or 6 is going to hit. And then I like to look at the midday too. And I look for those, those digit clusters that I have. You'll see like on, let me show you. Let me show you that if I have it in here still. Maybe I got rid of that. I must have got rid of that. Here, let me search that and I'll show you the clusters here and do the pick 4 one. Digit clusters. Go down to Wisconsin combined. You'll notice that a lot of times a 0527 hits along with a 1649. I mean, kind of obvious, but it doesn't always happen. But when it does, that brings it down a good chunk of numbers. So if if they come from both of those, so it's kind of nice, So if you think that's going to hit tomorrow, which let's see, yesterday mid it did not, so I think there's a good chance. So let's look at the midday. Okay, so yeah, I think there's a good chance that it hits together tomorrow. So let's do that. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna do 0, 2, 5, and 7. And then I'm gonna actually throw in, I should do another set of keys to have it there because I like to do that a lot. And then we're gonna do 1, 6, 4, 9. Now where are we at? 194. Okay. I'm gonna move this up. I'm actually gonna keep that in there because a lot of times I'm doing that. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of it here now. So that's where I'm at. 194. High chance I think the winner's in there tomorrow. Now you can start off with, so I start with the keys, okay, and I start with my pattern. Now looking at my pattern here, let me look at the pattern for Wisconsin here. So this just hit, that one just hit. There's some other things I do too to get that lower, or to be able to tell what's next. Yeah. But let's get into the deeper part of this here. So you're going to notice here on the pick 4 that there has not been a green on the SBP. So 1, 2, 3, and a hit there. 1 hit, 1, 2, 3, 4 hit. Okay. So that's kind of up in the air if the green's going to hit. So the green the last time hit, it was on the midday. Look at it and you say green and a RPG, but that doesn't hit as often. I mean, it's so sporadic. I can't really bank on that. Like a red and a purple. I'm sorry, a green and a purple. That was the last one that hit here, wasn't it? So let's see, green and purple. So there hasn't been a green and a red here in a while. Now it could come as an RPG, but green and red, I think, is more likely. So I would come over here and do, that was definitely due. And I would do red, green. That'd be a combo. So it has to be both of those, a red or a green. So now we're down to 69. See, that really drops it down. And yeah, pretty okay. Now looking at these patterns here, like picking one of these patterns, to start off with, I think when you look at this, if you go to no sort, or you can just keep that on descending instead of doing an 8-year thing. Go all the way up to like 20 days. Now look at the 20 days and see what's out right now in 20 days out of those top ones here. Here you got 3 even and 3 highs. See that? That's the only one. All these other ones are not fully mixed, right? Yeah. You see that? So this 3 evens and 3 highs is the only one in 20 days. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, because see, there was this one right here hit, but all these other ones are mixed ones. So I think that's the one to be focused on right now, because they don't stay out long at all. So all I do is I'll go over here now and I'll drop that in here. So I'm not playing all these. I'm only going to play that pattern. Okay. There you go. 2 numbers. Could it be? Wouldn't that be nice tomorrow? Tomorrow's numbers 05. Write that down. 682678. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't like the, what don't I like? Wait a minute. What did I do here? Now, see, this is that red and green. So that's just, see, now I start second guessing myself because of the red and green. So if you look at the red and green, I mean, it definitely hits. And you have to start somewhere. You have to take a risk somewhere, but I want to, I'm going to look at something here. Let's look at the patterns here. Look at the SPP patterns. Okay, so right now we have 5, 7, 15 at the top. They're only out 5 draws though, so that's nothing. Let's go to combine, or let's go to not evening. Let's go to midday. So 12 is out. Okay, so this is okay. 12 is out. So what I would do is look at this. See, this is what I was doing here earlier. What I would do is I'd come in here and I'd write down how long these been out for. Like right now, because they don't stay out long at all, especially for the pick 4. And like ridiculously for the pick 5. But I'm not playing it right now, so I'm not going to talk about that. So, okay, so looking at 5. So 5 is out the longest here in the color for pink. And then you got 7. And then we have 15. Now, if you look at the midday, you're going to notice that nothing here really to look at, but we got the 6 now. So I'm going to add the 6 in there. And then over here, we got the 12 out 13. And that's the one that we just looked at over here on the chances chart, right? Okay, so, and then 15, if you wanted to throw it in there. So let's go and look at those. So say I'm going to do this here, single box prepares, because they cycle so fast. But if we just do the 12, what would that give us? 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay. But let's see if those other ones are in there too. So we're going to do that 5, that 7, and we're going to do the 15. So any one of these. Doesn't have to be all of them. That's the sweet thing about this. Doesn't have to be all of these. It keeps that number back in there. Okay, what if we didn't do that red and green thing? Because that's the thing that really holds me up right now. It's still 8. See, that's where I'm like, oh, look, 8 numbers. That's too many. No. Now this has to hit though, right? So it's kind of risky. So 3 evens and 3 highs, but that is, if you go and look at that again, so we're looking at that 3 evens and 3 highs. So let's just jump it all up to 8 years and see where that sits. 3 evens and 3 highs. So right here is the 3 evens and 3 highs. So it's pretty low there, right? Well, this is for midday alone. So let's go to Texas and look at it. Because literally all states are literally the same when it comes to these things. They fluctuate a little bit, but not much at all. So 3 evens and 3 highs. So yeah, so I was hoping it'd be up in here. Well, I knew it wouldn't be because that's going to be more of a mix. But still, it's definitely within the drop-off range. So, looking at it for Wisconsin, I would say that is, doable. But I don't know. And you could look at also, another, be like not pick just one like that. Maybe you want to do like, maybe a couple of them. Let's do 20 days. Did I do 20 days? I can't remember if I did 20 days. I did. This is for combined. So 20 days, there probably is not going to be anything in here. I mean, at all. You do a week. Let's see if what does a week give us? Combined. Just that 3 even. See, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, even after a week, can't find anything. Let's go to midday alone, see what's up. Here we go. We should have some stuff in here. Okay, so now we might be able to bump it up to 10 days. 10 days. Hell, we might be going 2 weeks here. Or 20 days when you got just midday alone. What do we got? Let's see. Just at 3 even there. Dang, that's the only one. I think that won't last too much longer. Let's go back down to, let's go to 2 weeks. 2 weeks. What do we got? I'm trying to find another one just to throw in there. 3 even? 3. No, here we go. 3. Oh, no, there's 4 even there. I don't want that. 3 even, 3 high. Dang. Well, what if I did the 1 week? 1 week seems ridiculous. So I don't want 1 week. Because there's only these used. I don't want to do that. I'm getting too deep into that. That's where you probably want to go over to like these filters over here, like D-Love's filters and stuff, and take a look at. Gosh, I got too much open. So let's go to here. No, let's do the. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. There it is. Okay. So we got 2 high, 2 high. See, 3 high, right? I said 3 high and 3 even. So 3 even just hit. A lot of times they'll come back. So I think that's good. I like it. I'm just gonna stick with it. Just an example anyway what I'm doing, but I'm gonna stick with it. And I didn't do that red and green, but that's what you get if you don't do the red and green. It's 8 numbers. See, that's too many for me. I want to get that lower. And I wanted to show you a couple things on how to get that lower, but I'm already talking too much. So, I want to show something with New Jersey quick. Let me just show you something for New Jersey. So let me just, I'm just going to take a quick picture of these numbers so I can look at this later. I can continue this later. That's what I'm thinking for Wisconsin tomorrow, midday. Okay. Now, and I didn't even do that, did I? I said a 1 or a 6 tomorrow because I think there's going to be a 1 or a 6. So 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay. So there's a 6 in all these anyway. And I'm going to talk some more about pre-sorted and what I'm doing with pre-sorted AB. And I'm telling you, it's so awesome. And that's where I want some help. I want some people to, like, if you can, like, look at the SB pairs and not compare, but see what you're seeing that I'm not, because I mean, they hit, it's just incredible. I mean, look at let me just show you this quick. Oh man, I could show something else too. I don't want to do that right now though. So this is let's go to Wisconsin midday. You're going to notice here Wisconsin midday for the AB tracking. You're going to see, look at this, the lowest swinging digit, 0, 0, 3, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1. Well, that's just crazy. It's just, right? And then you can look at this, like today, I knew there's going to be a blue. Okay, yesterday. I knew there's going to be blue. And guess what? I had it down to 9 boxed numbers. Only 9, because I also knew that there was going to, I didn't know it. I shouldn't say that. I should say that I had a great sense that it was going to hit, because look at this. The green was out, and it was out a long time. I seen that, and it did come back. And I had it down to 9 box numbers, only 9, because see, the green SBP is right here, right? That's what this is. That's the SBP right here. These patterns here with this, okay? And then these are the SB pairs. But I knew that one of these green was very likely to hit. And dang it, I had it down to only 9 box numbers. And I eliminated this one because I was looking at a different filter. And I'm like, nope, I don't think it's going to hit. I'm going to play only these couples. So I played only 069 and 689 and like 346. It's just not even in here, so I don't know why I played that one. But so I missed it. And that sucks because I had it down to only 9 box numbers. That's why I'm talking about being my own worst enemy. All right, I only got 5 minutes. I put a timer on here. So let me finish this up. I'll talk more about this later because it's pretty cool. And then I knew that blue was very likely too because it was the most due. There was some other reason why, but I didn't know which one. This graph here doesn't help me at all, because of this. It just doesn't. I think it's just more the color in general, and then this stuff. So I'm thinking this stuff maybe is just kind of worthless. I might remove that later, because it's just kind of clutter. I'm trying to think of also things to get rid of clutter and really condense my stuff and make it more, easier to understand and I don't know. I just want to be better at what I'm doing. And I want other people to look at this and help me and let's try to figure this out, because I'm telling you, it all starts with keys. It all starts with keys. And then, then the next step is pairs. And these pairs repeat all the time. Pick 3 and pick 4. Look at the pick 3. They're always repeating. Oh man, I'm not going to have time. I want to talk about New Jersey. Pick 4. But, I don't have time for that. But just one thing I want to show you with that real quick. Let me show you New Jersey here. Go to New Jersey midday alone. And you're going to notice something on this is the regular one. If you go to the pre-sorted one, now these are all pre-sorted. So now let's go to New Jersey. Pre-sort is where it's at. I like getting straight wins and trying to translate or convert when get that low in box. That's what I'm good at. What am I doing? New Jersey, midday alone. A couple minutes here only. So check this out. AB. Look at this. AB there has not been a blue. You see that? That blue's going to come back. And guess what? If you go look at the blues right here, here's the blues. And you know what? The lowest winning digit is super due right now? 4. So that 4, 5, and a 4, 6. So a 4, 5, and a 4, 6. I like that for tomorrow, for midday, perhaps, or at least coming up really soon, because that 4 is really due. And something to look at. I don't have time to get over there. Let's just go to New Jersey in general. And 4 is actually yellow right now, right? And then if you look at the pre-sorted A, so 4 is the lowest. So that'd be the lowest. So pre-sorted A means the lowest would be 4. So then B in box form has to be a 4 or a 5. You know that? And then it goes up from there. So, and if you look at the sums that are due right now, you're going to notice that I go from 60 to 500, but I'm trying to find out that sweet spot. Probably got 16 here. So let's look at these real quick here. Let's go. Remember, a 4, 5 or a 4, 6 is I'm looking at. So looking at this, you got 4, 5 or a 4, 6. So here you got 4, 5 right there. 4, 6. Maybe one of these 3 numbers, right? Or here's another one here, 4, 5, and 4, 6. I got 1 minute left. There's another one right there, 4, 5, 5, 6. And you look at midday alone. This might cut off, sorry. 13 and 15 are due. At that 20. So 4, 5, and 4, 6, though. And that 4 is super due. But I'm telling you, this pre-sorted stuff's where it's at. And I'm going to have to shut this off. So hopefully this made some sense. I'll make another one soon, hopefully, if I can. So, all right. Have a good day. Hope you get some wins.